If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. And if you're looking for code cards, make sure you check out Poton Store. They have automatic email delivery and all the latest Pokemon TCG codes, and you can use Tablemon code for 5% off. If you're from Europe, millibotsgaming.com is a great option to get your cards from. They have all sorts of sealed products, merchandise, and all the sets available from Pokemon Sun and Moon upwards, including the latest Hidden Fate set. Don't forget to use Tablemon code when checking out to get a further 5% off from your final purchase. Hello everyone and welcome back to brand new day of Road to TCG World 2020. Thank you so much to everyone who is joining us today live on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here today, really do appreciate it. Rodrigo Ross, we already played Reshiram and Zekrom recently, just last Thursday, so we're not gonna be reviewing it just yet. It will be a while until we get back to it, but yeah, I definitely want to get back to it at some point. And Edward, Softbox has been non-stop winning for you. You think it's a style you actually like. Softbox seems like a pretty cool deck. I'll definitely be giving that a try as well at some point, probably tomorrow. But today I am giving a try to Ability Reshiram. I feel like this deck still has a lot of merit to it, especially thanks to the new Volcarona-GX. We rely on Welder pretty much every turn of the game, but our main goal is going to be, well, our main goal is to take knockouts with Reshiram, of course. However, once we set up Volcarona-GX with 210 HP and its ability Flaming Shot, once during our turn before attack, we may discard Fire Energy card from our hand, and if we do, we put 2 damage counters on one of our opponent's Pokemon. So by doing that, we increase our damage output. We increase our damage output quite a bit, right? Quite a bit, and we don't rely on things like Victini Prism too much. It allows Flare Strike to actually get KOs on the tag teams, the 270 HP tag teams, without any issue, or we can finish off things on the bench if we need to after we have Flare Strike. So the ability is really cool. The backfire attack dealing 160 damage and putting 2 energies back to your hand is decent-ish, not the best, not the worst. Could be useful for back-to-back welders, but that's already kind of difficult to pull off, so we're not looking to really attack with Volcarona. And then we have the massive Heatwave GX attack, where we discard energy from each of our opponent's Pokemon. This could be situationally useful, though probably not going to be preferred over the Double Blaze GX, which can deal up to 300 damage, or the Hot Burn GX, which can also deal up to 300 damage. Now, next up, and please let me know if the music is too loud. Next up, we have Victini Prism dealing a bunch of damage thanks to Infinity and the 18 basic Fire Energy cards we do have. We have Turtonator as well, eliminating Pokemon, dealing a lot of damage with Explosive Jet. And the damage from Flaming Shot actually makes both Heatran and Turtonator better, because with one ability from Flaming Shot, we only need 5 energies respectively in order to get 1-hit KOs. So a lot of uses for the Volcarona. We have the Jirachi plus the Dedenne engine, and then we have our beautiful Great Catchers, which do replace the Ninetales line. So now we have like Gusting effect with the Great Catcher, and we also have increased damage output with the Volcarona. So I'm liking the structure of this deck. I think it's going to be really powerful, and so let's jump into a ladder and give it a solid try here. Let's see how we can do with this deck. Hello Alejandro, thank you so much. Big hug to you as well. Big hug to you as well. And so we are going to be giving a code on the chat for every win we do get. So make sure you have everything ready in case you're looking for codes. And did you give any thoughts to Cindy and Caitlin to help recycle Welder, Jonathan? I did. Just didn't feel as great overall, because drawing 3 cards is a bit not good, and like you have the option to Cynthia and Welder, to Cynthia and Caitlyn or Welder, you'll definitely choose Welder, right? And with the Pal Pad, you're putting Welders back and stuff, so I don't know, it seems a little like, how many Cynthia and Caitlyns would you play that you wouldn't just be better off playing Pal Pad? Because if you're playing the Cynthia and Caitlyn, you're not Weldering that turn anyway, so. And yeah, the ability is definitely reminiscent of Decidueye. We have the Necrozma with the special laser attack dealing extra damage. Music is kind of loud. Okay, thank you so much for letting me know. Is that better now? Is the music better now? Jonathan, please let me know about the music. That's a lot of energy. That is a lot of energy, but between our abilities and we want a bunch for welders and stuff like that, so why not? Yeah, why not? Alright. So Heatran is definitely the Pokemon I wanted to see here, so I can start attacking and pressuring. That's the one Pokemon I was actually hoping to find off of the Welder. And the Welder into 3 more energy, so hoping for a switching card, not quite. I'm gonna have to Dedenne for the switching card, which is not terrible. Honestly, it's not terrible. I don't think Turtonator will be super useful here. What's gonna be impactful is getting the turn 1 KO here. So we have 3 switches and 2 escape boards. 1 switch is priced, I believe. And yes, Andrea, this is the first match of the stream. Music is much better. Thank you so much for letting me know. Thank you so much for letting me know. And okay, we wanted switching cards. Well, we got them. We got 4 of them, in fact. I wish we had a better, like, a better mix of energies and switching cards from the previous hand. Because now we have a bunch of energies in the discard pile and a bunch of useless switching cards in our hand, but oh well, right? Oh well, geez. Alright. So there's another Necrozma. No self-inflicting damage from the Giratina is kind of annoying, but back-to-back KOs, that's always the dream, right? That is pretty much always going to be the dream here. Alright. So, pretty decent hands. Definitely need to replace the stadium. I feel like I should Pokecom for a Larvesta. That seems pretty good right here. And my opponent got a very underwhelming start, so Malamar being Malamar as usual. And I don't mind losing these 2 switches, I don't think. It's not that big a deal. And Federico, thank you so much for the compliments to the channel. It is very appreciated. Alright, so looking good here, honestly. Looking pretty good. There might be merit to powering up. You know what? I'm gonna power up, but Victini. Oh, Victini's priced. Never mind. Alright, well, double Volcarona it is, I guess. Though I will have to be very careful with the energies, though. I will have to be very careful with the energies here. Alright, so Stinging Stomp, some motion counters, not a big deal. Not a big deal. And what do you think of green powered up Baby Blacephalon? Still viable post Cosmic Eclipse? I do think it's going to be viable, Federico. Definitely think it's going to be viable. As long as there are attack teams in the format, Baby Blacephalon will certainly be viable. I think its biggest enemy, as always, will be Malamar, but if Malamar is not super popular, then that's completely fine, right? That is completely fine. Will I be attending any regionals? Hey, Gerardo, I will. So November will finally get my season really moving. I am going to Brazil in 2 weeks' time. So I'll be at the Brazilian International Tournament, the Latin American International, happening in 2 weeks' time. The first tournament where Cosmic Eclipse will be legal as well. And then afterwards, I will be attending San Diego Regionals in the first week of December. And then I will definitely be attending Dallas Regionals in the middle of January, right? So far I have those 3 tournaments confirmed. I also should be going to Berlin in April, right? I should be going to that one. And that's pretty much it for now. Okay, so looks like you guys will be getting a code card here, because it's looking like a very sure win for us. 80 HP, that's a lot of HP. Larvestas are pretty cool. Alright, so not the best, not the worst. We'll keep those energy in hand and we'll just Steaming Stump. And where can I find an updated Guardian list? Hater, well, you will definitely be able to find one in this channel. Probably I'll be streaming it tomorrow. That's also another deck that I need to update. There's just so many decks, and I don't like, if I had 8 hours to stream, if my channel got more support in terms of numbers, right, like subscriptions, bits or donations or super chats and stuff, I would definitely be able to make sure that I have, I feel like I'm not gonna use my ability 10 times, right? So I'm just gonna Steaming Stump, and then in 3 turns I should win. Oh, wait, what? Oh, he reduces next turn by 30. Oh, okay. So actually I should have attacked with Volcarona. That would have been a knockout. It's fine, it's fine. I definitely didn't know what the first attack did. I thought it had something to do with a stadium. Oh well, no big deal. Definitely won't be needing the Reshi here. Definitely won't be needing the Reshi. I need to be very careful with my energies. However, I do like targeting down this guy, because that's in 3 turns, that's an extra prize, right? So I might just be able to win next turn after I take this KO if I just find my other Volcarona. So we'll Steaming Stump, we're down to 2 prizes. Hopefully we can KO whatever's up next, and then that should be game. That should be game. So if there was more support to the channel, I'd definitely be able to dedicate more time to streaming rather than coaching, and therefore you guys would have longer streams, more content, probably double daily videos, etc. Right? But until the channel grows to a point, then it's hard to justify that. Alright, so Nihiligo will be able to do Steaming Stump, and that's fine. Berardo, definitivamente nos veremos en San Diego. ¿Sí? 100% estaré ahí. 100% estaré ahí. Alright. Okay, so we need, oh no, we have everything we need actually. We have everything we need. We even top deck the Volcarona straight up. So all we need to do is Flaming Shot, 2 damage counters on the Mew, and then we'll go Flaming Shot, 2 damage counters on the Mew. We take our beautiful prize card, and we retreat and take the KO. So GG to my opponent. That means you guys get a code, right? You guys get a code. I don't remember exactly where we left off in the codes. So I'm gonna go from the bottom upwards and then I'll check. So best of luck to whoever ends up getting that code. And we get our first win of the day. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we'll find another match. Mr. Proto, sí, justamente yo viajo. Voy a viajar a Tijuana y ya de ahí me cruzo para ir al regional. Qué lástima. ¿Y a dónde te vas? ¿No vas a ir al regional entonces? Would you like to go first? Yes. It's like Fire Decidueye, right? It is like Fire Decidueye, but it's a stage 1, and you actually don't mind the energy discard, so it's just insanely broken. Alright, so I don't know what I'm up against other than probably a fire type deck. So, I mean a water type deck based on the sleeves. This could be the Arceus Palkia stuff, so I'm gonna grab that guy. And I'm gonna go ahead and Pokegum away the Dedenne. I mean the Jirachi for Dedenne. Alright, we have enough non-GX attackers in this that I'm not super worried about dealing with Keldeo. Right? There's no point. I know nothing about my opponent's hand. So it's 6 random cards, and if I play the Reset Stamp, it's also still 6 random cards. This is beautiful though. This is a really, really beautiful hand to get off the Dedenne change. Because we get to Welder. We are threatening the 300 damage attack against an Arceus. Right? All the whilst we're gonna have 2 chances at finding Welder. Huh. I really like... I mean, I like the idea behind having a Volcarona, but I feel like the Welder is gonna be better here. There is an argument for the Pokegum though. Establishing the Larvesta. Nah, let's keep the Welder. Welder is too big. Too good. ¿Te vas a Canadá? Okay. Yeah, so... the other language I speak is Spanish. I also know Portuguese, but I never speak Portuguese on stream. But yeah, if you see me speaking not English, it's probably because I'm speaking Spanish. Alright, so there's the Arceus indeed. There is the Arceus. If this Arceus Yellow Palkia Keldeo, then there's the entry solve. So I'm hoping my opponent doesn't play the Chaotic Swell. If he does, then I'm gonna regret discarding this fire so much. You can put Bunny Tag Team GX? Yeah, that's true. You could play the Bunny Tag Team in this deck as well. That is also something to consider for sure. Because of a Welder, you can just punish a lot of GXs played, right? Alright, so my opponent does find 2 waters and a metal. Discarded a Chaotic Swell, that's good. Plays the switch, and then does he go for Altered Creation or does he go for Ultimate Ray? I feel like if he had a Keldeo, he would go for Ultimate Ray. And there's a Keldeo, so I would expect the Ultimate Ray here. Which is fine. Yep, there's Ultimate Ray. I just need to not overbench. And I should be good. So I have guaranteed KO on the Arceus Dialga Palkia. If I find a Great Catcher, I might want to go after the Keldeo instead. Right? Maybe? Okay, so I do find this. I think I'm gonna Giant Hearth my Giant Hearth. I need the guaranteed energy. So if I find a Great Catcher, maybe I go after the Keldeo. Although, I just need another Welder, and Turtonator or Victini would be able to close out the deal probably. The issue is I'm out of Pal Pad, so finding the other Welder might not be exactly easy. Hello Paul, I'm doing well, thank you. How about yourself? So I could like overextend. Oh no, yeah, he didn't use Alter Creation, so Keldeo is only dealing 220 damage. Or 200 with the GX, so I am safe to bench this person. And to also switch into it, right? Just to get more stuff. Alright, I really like the Pokegum here. I really like the Pokegum because that gets me Turtonator for next turn. Alright, so as long as we don't get reset stamped, we should be okay. Should. Big should. How are you doing, Paul? Y sí, se va, todos los mazos fuego están muy rotos, como dices. Alright, so very good looking hand we have for Victini or for Turtonator. Viridian Forest, not a big deal. Now we need Victini or well, we need Turtonator, really. That's more what we want, right? We want Turtonator. Turtonator can get back-to-back KOs, whereas Victini right now is nowhere near close to a KO. Alright, so we get another energy. Alright, so no matter what, we need Welder and a switching card, right? What I can't do, however, is reinforce a fire, creating a fire, and then I can Giant Hearth. We still have switches left, a bunch of them, so I can Giant Hearth. Alright, so let's do this. Let's Pokecom the Volcarona for the Turtonator. Both require Welder, both Victini and Turtonator require Welder. And then we'll go Cherish for the Dedenne. And then with these 5 energies plus the tool I already have. Oh, if I find Victini, then I'm not getting a KO. Alright, it's fine. Yeah, I can't bench Victini now, duh. Can't bench Victini now. But I do find the Welder, so we are in a fantastic, fantastic spot. That Welder is just pretty much game winning, right? Now if I find a switch, that's just 100% guaranteed. And no switch, but I am able to conserve one of my energies in play, which is huge. And then we'll go ahead and Explosive Jet. I shouldn't be getting KO'd, right? But just in case, I guess. Yeah, I'll still need an energy to win no matter what, so I think this seems correct. That seems correct. Well, actually, yeah, I still need an energy for Volcarona or to attach, so it's the same thing. So we should be good here. Should be good. Have you tested the new Charizard? Should replace 3 Reshiram Everardo. I did test it. The video is actually up on the channel. The greens version, I was actually not. I was not impressed by it. Yeah, so this goes for Paul as well. I was generally not very impressed with the deck overall. In terms of its potential, definitely not impressed overall. It felt like a weaker Reshiram, and I don't know. It's like there are so many broken abilities that I don't understand why you would want to limit yourself. You know, I don't understand why you would want to limit yourself. But anyways, now we have the switch, we have the KO, and that will be the game. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that will be it. Otherwise, we would have needed our last Welder and Victini Prism to get the win here. Find the switch, there's a victory. Pretty cool. Alright, so you guys get another code for our victory. There's the other code for our victory. The deck's flowing really nicely. Like, generally really, really well. I just wish there was better ways to find Welder, right? That's all I would want. A better way to find Welder, to guarantee the Welder. This is where we really miss the Tablemon GX, right? Tablemon GX is what we really wish we had. All right. So we get a mulligan. We get a mulligan. Well, we give out a mulligan rather. Another Jirachi start. Can't complain. Really, can't complain at all. Alright, now we just need a Welder, right? Now all we need is a Welder. We are going second. We might get some use out of this Great Catcher. Unless we go up against this silly Pidgeotto deck. silly Pidgeotto. Silly Pidgeotto. Here we go again. So Volcarona-GX is actually a way we can get extra prizes. I'm surprised my opponent's playing Pokemon Fan Club rather than Elms, or maybe he's playing as an extra copy, which is not bad at all. Actually, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Alright. Alright. Rangaroo, Ditto. Okay. So, what we are going to do is we're going to Pokegum away the Victini. For what though? I think Heatran is my best bet, right? To lead off with. And pressure. So the Great Catcher will of course be useless, at least right now. Go ahead and attach. Oh my gosh, what did I do? That had to be Dedenne. Oh my gosh, thank you for bailing me out, deck. Wow, that was me being very distracted. I was thinking so far ahead that I forgot I just need to grab Dedenne. Oopsies. Oopsie daisies. So I did what I wanted to do, except just very suboptimally. And of course I don't find Welder as expected, and it's only fair after such a mishap. Definitely fair after such a mishap. I don't expect to use Turtonator at all this game, so I might as well just grab this and we'll just pass here. If that had 50 HP, I would have been tempted to switch and get the KO, but alas, it has 60 HP. Have I tested a new Charizard? Yeah, I mentioned that. And Benther, hello, thank you so much for watching the videos and welcome. I'm glad you are here live. You know, it's always nice when people who are regular watchers end up checking out the stream and everything. Really happy that you guys enjoy what I do, right? Okay, so Volcarona seems really good in this match as a way to get extra prizes. Alright, one card off. The power plant, not the biggest of deals. We'll go ahead and Heat Factory that. And then use it just to get more cards into our hand. And then we'll go ahead and Welder. What I'm trying to make sure is that I don't use any of my switches ideally. And then clearly my opponent's hand is not great. Therefore, applying as much pressure as I can is super, super important here. And I think I also want to set up the Larvesta. Getting that extra damage on the board is just going to be absolutely huge. Absolutely huge to be able to get those few extra prize cards here. So then we'll go ahead and retreat. I'll keep the energies in hand for now. And we'll take our first prize card, limiting my opponent down to 2 Pidgeottos if he even sets up that many. Based on his current hand, it's not looking great. I did see that we prized a Volcarona. There's a Surge. There's an Elms. And I believe we know he has a Mars in his hand. Or maybe that was last turn before the Tenolita. We'll see. There's the double Pidgeotto. The return of Elmas. Exactly. Paul, I honestly have no idea. But that is definitely a mispronunciation. But yeah, that is something that I've definitely noticed as well. We lose a switch, not great. Not great. So the power plants are definitely annoying. because they do shut off my Volcarona. Get reset stamped, alright. I was debating on whether I would want to weld or not, but I guess that solves it. I guess we're just taking a knockout here. So what does my opponent put back? Pal Pad, Power Plant, and Crushing Hammer. That's fair. That is fair. I feel like I just take a knockout here, right? I don't need to use any of my other resources. Alright. Well, they're off the prizes, that's always nice. In case I get Articuno this turn. Doesn't seem very likely, but I might, right? Mars hits a fire, not ideal. See Rangaroo, we see Lily's Pokédoll. And they retreat onto that to prevent a prize card. That's fair. Wow, Larvestas have so much retreat too. I mean, there's no way I can't get a prize card against the Lily's Pokédoll, right? There's no way I can get a prize card this turn. I think I just keep the cards in my hand. And Steaming Stomp. Alright, there's another Mars. There's a Larvesta. Not the end of the world. Crushing Hammer. Tails. Definitely happy about that. We just keep taking prizes here. We just keep taking prizes. Alright, so... Okay, so I'm very conflicted as to what sort of resources or things I need to do here in order to... Like, thinning is important, of course, but keeping the stadium available to counter their stadium is also potentially useful. Also to find energies. Just, I wish I had a Larvesta. I mean, a Volcarona, right? So I think I should dig for that. I have 2 Cherish Balls and the actual Volcarona. It's just, if it accelerates my win condition, even by a little bit, I think it's going to be worth it. It also stops this from being a target, and there we go. Perfect. So, I feel like I should apply the pressure, right? Tell my opponent, well, you're already on a clock, and you better hurry up, my friend. Okay, keep the energy in hand. For now, we get a prize card, Jirachi. If we get Mars, these 2 cards are the valuable ones. These 4 we don't mind, so only a 33% chance that my opponent hits something useful. All right. Alright, we find the Pal Pad, we find Switch, and we find Energy. I couldn't have asked for much more, especially the Switch. And the fact that we get to keep the stadium means I will be able to knock out the Articuno if my opponent doesn't play Power Plant. That is insanely huge. That is actually huge. That is huge. Really good. Really good. All right. Hello, Paul. All good, thank you. How about yourself? Okay, so I'm definitely going for a Giant Hearth. I don't like the fact that I have to discard a fire, but it's fine, I think. No more Articuno either, so that's great. And I'll go ahead and Pal Pad. This was a really lucky draw, right? This was definitely a really lucky draw. So we're gonna switch, then we're gonna Stellar Wish. I do find the Welder. So what I can do is Welder here, use my ability here, and then I am 1 energy away from winning the game. Right? I am 1 energy away from winning the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do I know about my opponent's hand? I forget. Yeah, I'm definitely using Flaming Shot over here. I mean, 7 random cards, down to 6, I guess, and then I'm just gonna Dedenne change here. I am just going to Dedenne change. Hello Nori, thank you so much for being here, and this has been a fantastic game. The deck has been flowing so nicely. So nicely, I really can't complain. So I'm gonna retreat. I will absorb all energies, right? That way I can GX KO. And then do I just keep this energy for now, or do I attach it? I feel like I'll attach it to the Victini Prism. I think that seems good. And we'll Hot Burn GX for 200. This is insane. Is there any method to play the cute trio? Nori, I mean, I'm gonna give it a try with like Magneton and the ladies. You can play it, but it's never, ever going to be tournament viable, right? Like maybe for league challenges, but that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. All right. There's a Pidgeotto. Like I said, we are 1 fire energy away. We could get Reset Stamp plus Power Planted, but we can't get Articuno anymore. So my opponent would need to go Reset Stamp, double Custom Catcher, possibly Mars, Chip Ice Axe. That would be a way to beat us, right? And Power Plant. So a bunch of cards. My opponent needs a bunch of cards. There's still a way for him to do it, but I couldn't have played it any differently, honestly. Lily's Pokeball does not matter. Lily's Pokeball does not matter because of the beautiful Volcarona-GX. You try the Volcarona but you don't like it so much, it bricks a lot? Like this deck, or just straight Volcarona? I am loving the Volcarona right now. Volcarona is the reason we have won. Well, it's not the reason we have won. We probably were going to win those games anyways, but we're just gonna win so much faster, right? So, I don't know, the deck's been working pretty flawlessly so far. 1 Crushing Hammer does not matter. Power Plant does not matter without Reset Stamp. And there we go. There we go. We don't even have to search for the fire. We just go Flaming Shot, 2 damage counters, goodbye Pidgeotto, bonus prize. Bonus prize right there. Awesome. Yeah, Volcarona and Silvally to me seems like a very underwhelming deck. Neither Pokemon has really powerful attacks, so I'm definitely not a fan. I am definitely not a fan. And because we just won, you guys get another code. So today's looking like a big free code days. thank you so much to everyone who is here. And Kurt, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, as well as Nori and Gabriel. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Different than subscriptions on Twitch, but anyways, the deck worked out flawlessly, right? We did go up against the big Arceus Palkia, which is a win-win if you go first or second, I guess, against them. As long as you get the back-to-back Welders, you should be fine. We beat Pidgeotto, which is always nice, and then we beat a Bricky Malamar, which is what you would expect. That will be all for the Fire deck, the updated Fire deck. We are going to be moving on to our next deck, which will be an updated Mewtwo for Cosmic Eclipse. So don't go anywhere, I will be right back in just a second.